Giant 5 Jeff from Two Hacks Garage. Well, it says Two Hacks. Introducing the other hack. His name's Kyle. He's the one that's got the big bad green machine, the Hulk. It's 1968 GTO. I'm pretty sure it's a stock, what, 326 two-barrel in that?
Stock 326 two-barrel.
So tell me a little bit about this car. Everyone out there needs to learn a little bit about this car. They're going to see a whole lot more to it. So what have you done to it?
Like I said, it's a 1968 GTO. However, it is a 71 block 455. Of course, they didn't put the 455 in the GTO until, don't quote me, but I think 1970.
Right, yep.
And so, yeah, this has a 71 455 block in it. It would have been a 400 originally. And it has a turbo 400 mated to it today with a 355 gear.
Now, as you look, the car does look pretty stock, but Kyle started working on this car in December of 2019-ish. We went ahead and yanked the motor. Along with that, there's been a lot of performance upgrades to the suspension and the brakes. Even though it looks stock, it's not going to remain that way. We've got a lot of work going on with it now, but what have you done with that suspension and brakes?
It has the Viking coilovers for suspension, front and rear. And, you know, the guys at Global West Suspension told me, you know, I'm going to be chasing ride height and trying to get it where I want it. And basically said, hey, you're just not going to be happy till you go this route, which you do have to spend more money going that way. But they are correct in that, you know, now with the coilovers, I can set that ride height wherever I want it. So that is the benefit of that. Plus I can have, you know, something that's firmer or softer, depending on whether, you know, you take it to the track to do a little playing or you just drive around town.
Now, I do know that this car has a lot of upgrades to the motor. We're not going to go into that now. That's going to be a little surprise. We've thrown out some teasers out there. I just put a short out there of the motor on the dyno. Not going to give any numbers on that right now, but yeah, we're just going to say for now that it's a stock 326 two-barrel. Probably runs like 17s or 18s in the 8th mile. Under its own power, it might actually get to, what, 21, 22 seconds in the quarter?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Absolutely joking on that. It's got a real wicked motor in it. Like I said, we're not going to go into that yet. We got a lot more to do with this car. Kind of the next steps on this, I know the frame recently has been boxed, make it a little bit more sturdy. Kind of I went through and we changed some body bushings on it. They were kind of rotten and old, typical for the 68 to 72 GMA bodies. But, you know, with these old cars, sometimes when you're working on them, you run into a couple of the frames, you know, maybe dings or little dents here and there. And while we did go through this car, we did find that. We started measuring for wheels out back and noticed some things were a little offset. So we're going to take this car to a good friend of ours place up in Chicago to have some frame straightening done, just to make sure everything's safe, get the right tire underneath there and the rear end sits correctly. So there's going to be more to come on that. It is a Videro Green 68. It's black interior. It's got the his and her shifter in it, and it is one bad ride. You're going to see a lot more of this car coming up soon, especially in the summertime. Like Kyle said, it's made to drive, it's made to cruise, and you know what? It's made to do some hellacious burnouts, and it is extremely quick, guys. So with that, we do have a little bit of work to do tonight. As I mentioned in the other videos, working on the Vanishing Point Cl175. Talking about the exhaust, the shorty headers didn't fit the way I wanted to. I also brought the factory exhaust. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut those down, and I'm going to test fit those in the next couple days. More to come.
See ya.
All right, well, we got our two exhaust options here. These are the NOS Japanese Honda headers I found. As in other videos, you saw that they didn't quite work. So what we're going to do is we went ahead and just kind of measured some things out, and we're going to cut these right at this little lip here. This will give us that open, loud header look, sound, and everything that we're going for. Now with the factory exhaust, this is what came off my bike here. As you can see, it's all rotted out, nasty. But you know what we're going to do? We went ahead and measured, made some marks in here, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut those down, and later on, we're going to test fit these on the bike, do a video of that, and let you guys decide. The swept side or the shorty headers. With that being said, we better get to work. All right, everybody, we got everything cut down. So what we decided to do, cut them down. As you can see, took quite a bit off.
Got the long ones.
Yep, got the long ones and the shorties. These are going to be leg burners, but probably have to header wrap them, be nice and loud, piss off the neighbors. What you got there, Kyle?
Well, we got the shorties that I think are going to look really awesome. You know, the only thing I maybe question about these is, will it come at the expense of low end on it? You know,
It might.
Yeah, but I know these will look cool. I think those are going to look cool too. It's not only the fit and functionality, you know, so the mock-up is going to be cool. We'll have to see the mock-up both ways, but then we might not even know until after it's running to see what we truly like based on sound and performance.
That's a really good point. When you have a little shorter exhaust like this, you will lose a lot of low end on that versus these. I am no motorcycle expert. Kyle's been racing dirt bikes and all that for years. Growing up as kids, he always had them. He knows his stuff really well. So it might even become just not mocking these up, but actually trying these two out. I know the weather is really crappy out there right now. The bike's not even running. Still got quite a bit to do on that. Not looking forward to wiring it up since all the aftermarket stuff I got, but you know what? We're gonna bang it out. We're gonna rip that little Vanishing Point Cl175 around. 113 cycles. It's going to be one heck of a race, and glad you guys finally got to meet the other hack. This
Two
is
hacks.
Kyle. Yep. So we are the two hacks. This is his big bag grain machine here. There's going to be a lot more to come on that. With that, find us on YouTube. Hit like, hit subscribe. We're also on Instagram now. We are not social media gurus, but we're giving it a try, and we're going to keep on doing it. See you guys later. Thanks, Kyle.
Thanks.